Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So, I would like to talk about some things for a second that really intrigue my mind. And I would like to talk about my past, present, and future. I would like to talk about new producers I have on board. I would like to talk about everything possible, everything that I possibly can. Standing up for 30 minutes. Let's see if we can do this. Hold on. I'm going to speak from the heart the last few segment, but I want to speak from the prompter because it was also from the heart, but it was also something I wrote so that I can get my point across to the wonderful people that I've came across while here and beyond here. Okay. So, hello and welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. Um, okay, hold on. I'm sorry, you guys. I kind of messed up. I won't do it again, Mark Zuckerberg. Okay, hold on. This is a malfunction I have to edit. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. I would like to talk about some things for a second. Okay. Wow, for those that are new and are very new to what I've been accomplishing, let me tell you guys, it was not easy. It was really not easy to accomplish the things that I've accomplished. For instance, starting from the beginning, I, I'm going to be a while. So I want to figure out what portion am I going to start from. I'm going to start from 2002. I was in Oxon Hill High School and I graduated with honors with my high school diploma. Then I went back to, well, I didn't go back. I would be at least 50 if I went back, but I went into the service. The stack of paper was like this high, you guys. If not, there was like three big stacks of these papers. You know, they asked all types of questions. And had I been old enough, or should I say mature enough, I would have read every last line, but I was so eager to get in. So, I got in and I had so much fun in the military. I met a lot of brilliant drill sergeants. They were courageous, funny. At the end of our basic training, um, what happened? One of the drill sergeants, he got fake. This is fake though. He got killed by, we were at war. Our last segment was to go out to march 10 miles, 10 to 12 miles, and we were to camp outside, and then we were to find out who the traitor was and take down a target. And the drill sergeants were the traitors, but it was very few of them, and it was many of us. Now, one of the guys, what happens is if you find a traitor, you have to sneak up on them and put a marker dot on them to prove that, hey, you did it. It's over. And that's what one of the guys did. He took a marker, he got him real good. I guess the drill sergeant was, he was so happy that he got because at the end, no, everybody was crying. At the end, everybody, the all colors, all races. There was a white drill sergeant. There was a black drill sergeant. There was a white male drill sergeant. There was a short drill sergeant that reminded me of Damon Draw now that I think about it. But I had a wonderful time in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. My journey went on to Fort Lee, Virginia. where, yeah, I wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed doing PT. I had a bigger challenge. See, I I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When my mother died, I picked up a very, very bad habit of smoking cigarettes. So when I got into the military at 18, I was already smoking at 15. So it was hard for me to run versus a typical person, not to mention being around smoke all of your life, secondhand and third hand. I call it third hand smoke. It's when you're smoking amongst other smokers, amongst smelling it. So yeah. So I set up there in Fort Lee. I had to complete a 2 mile run in 18 minutes and 54 seconds. Now, that was a challenge. Yeah, some people that are runners like, I could do that in 12 minutes. And there were some runners that were in A, B, C, D group. And there were some runners that were, let me see, there were some runners that can run 2 miles in 10 minutes. I can run 2 miles in 19, over like 1920. I always used to get over about a minute. So I was crying because I could do my push-ups, I can do my sit-ups, but I couldn't do the run on time. I was this close every time I would fail. And the very last time, I said to myself, I need help. So I got this young lady, I forgot her name. I don't even know where her pictures is, but we were cordial, but she was a friend to me more than I was a friend to her. Or should I say, I was a friend to her more than she. We both felt the same way, but we didn't connect. But she wanted to help me was the goal, and I wanted to help her look good was the goal. And we may have bumped heads a couple of times, but I will never forget her helping me because I'm just being honest about my story. This is my story. So she trained me. She trained me on how to run. And not only did she train me, but she ran with me. She ran with me the whole 2 miles. And I got under 18 minutes the last go round. And I never forget that lady. Never. She wasn't even a lady. We were like neck and neck the same age. And after I got out wait, I'm not finished. So I ended up going to Korea where I met some Katusas and they were wonderful. I ate kimchi with them, even though I didn't like it. But what I did like was the way they used to make their, because the age there, I have lessons of my past, I have the present, and I have the future. So let me tell the story the way it should be told. So I did like the way their culture, their style, they had the most wonderfulest cheap but authentic clothes. Their roads were very narrow, had different clubs, like sophisticated clubs for older adults, young clubs for younger adults, and it was like a 2 mile stretch, and it used to be packed all the time. And I used to stay at Camp Castle, and I learned some lessons, but I won't promote them because I plan on taking this footage and putting it onto my DCTV and my Philly Cam TV if possible, and my Now network. So after I left Korea, I ended up moving to Fort Campbell, Kentucky, where I ended up having an unexpected emergency C-section because my son's heart rate went down low. So it would have ended up on my dad's birthday, which was the 27th of June, them doing the C-section. It was planned for the 27th, but they replanned it for the 28th because his heart rate dropped so severely low. So after that, I had so many pictures of him. He looked so pink, you guys. He was 2 pounds and 8 ounces. I had our cameras, our iPhone, what? Half of our iPhone 12s. They look exactly, if you were to cut an iPhone 12 in half, that's how small his diaper was. And I used to sit him up on my chest and go to sleep with him on my chest. And after Fort Campbell, I moved to where else? I'm talking about positive things because I want to edit this. After Fort Campbell, where did I move? To Hawaii. Hawaii, you guys. I moved to Hawaii, Wahiawa, Hawaii, and I went to school at Hawaii Pacific University. When I went to school there, I went to the Hickam Air Force Base. And this base was a wonderful base. I knew that was going to happen. Okay, this base is a wonderful base, and I enjoyed every site I've seen with my children on Oahu, Hawaii. So then I went through some turmoil when I got back, and I've explained that in my last videos, but I don't want to explain it in this. I want to keep it clean. So when I got back, I ended up homeless. But while homeless, I went to school and I went to, I volunteered at 2 places, which was healthcare for the homeless and Our Daily Bread. And I didn't do it long, you guys. And I did internship somewhere else for counseling, but I didn't get to do that like I wanted to. So after that, I was staying at a place called Macbeth's. And Macbeth's is a shelter. It's called Maryland Center for Veterans Education and Training. And you sit up there and you speak amongst a lot of people. You do strict VA related things like stay in class all day and do all types of stuff, but it's structured and it's geared to help keep you alert and do your finances and do your own thing where you're being responsible is the key and having integrity. So I followed the program with that and I ended up getting my own place. And during me getting my own place, that's when the riots happened. The riot with the young African American boy near with the Baltimore police. And that's where the riot happened. If any of y'all remember, it was on the news. And I was right up the street from it. And what else? Not only that, but 9/11, when that happened, I could see the flames coming up from my high school before I graduated. And so back to high school, then I graduated, then the major event at Madame Mall was the riot, and after the riot, I moved again. And when I moved again, I stayed there for 3 years and went to school on and off. I was at Baltimore City Community College. And from there, I graduated with my Associates of Science in Human Services. Then I graduated to psychology in science, a science major, bachelors in science. And I'm supposed to be getting another science degree in business management. But getting to the point, I graduated from Coppin, and then during that time, I got a whole bunch of money back from the government. So I said I could save this money and spend it on cigarettes, or I wasn't using, but I could spend it on anything. So what should I spend this $250,000 on? Matter of fact, $284,000 on. And let me tell you, it goes fast. It's not easy taking care of big time issues. See, I was supposed to get surgery. I was supposed to get everything done to help me advance me to the next level that I feel is health concerning to me or insinuating to me. But I had to use that money to stay at hotel rooms. So I got my money back for my surgery, but I did manage to get a car, and I got a Chevy Traverse, a 2020 Chevy Traverse, and I also invested in my Blue Cloud cleaning company business, then my Genuinely Michelle Wigs business. Now, had I not been staying from shelter to shelter, had I not had to trade in my car, which I didn't have the car, my ex-husband has the car. And I got a 2021 Chevy Traverse after that. I downgraded. Had I never, my situation goes like this. Had I never been staying in shelter to shelter, hotel room to hotel room, I would have at least 75,000 on me right now. I've came across so much money. So much money. I cashed a check for 25,000 in a bank in Maryland, and this was cash. I don't look at money like, oh, it's oh happy day, oh happy day. So no, I look at money like a tool to advancing me to the next level. I don't look at it as I'm going to rob her for money. I look at it as I'm going to go to school for money. I'm not going to do nothing bad. I'm going to go to school and do the right things for money. So after that, I sat up there and went through some stuff, you guys, a lot of stuff. And I don't want to talk about it on the show because you can look at my documentary videos. I have it all documented. Go back to March 2021, go back to June 2021, go back to March 2020. I have those dates. Go back to March 2022. I have those dates. Sound repetitive, right? I said March 2 to 3 times. So after I left Mountaintop, PA, I went to Philadelphia. From Philadelphia, I went to California. From California, I came to my new state. Now, let me tell you the positives and the perks of what I've accomplished. I don't want to talk about nothing negative on this beautiful feed I've been doing so far. So, I've accomplished running for U.S. Senator 2022 at the age of 38. I've accomplished being in Who's Who twice, talking to Damon John, being able to give big shots out to Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump. I've been able to help one of the 45th presidents of the United States of America. It's an honor. And if I knew how to run for president here, I would, just to go up against him and have it in the history books that some homeless chick, born and raised almost in Washington, D.C., ends back up in D.C. to challenge the 45th former president of the United States of America. Like, that would be awesome, right? But I can't have that happen yet. Because if I run for president, it's going down. I got to make sure I have something, for all those that's wondering, well, do you fit that criteria? All you have to do is be 35 and a U.S. citizen. I'm 38. 8 plus 8. Um, Let me see. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So we're in 22. So 2028. Okay. Yeah. I'll be ready. I should be ready. Because I done been there. I just had to talk about this. I got 10 more minutes. I'm going to talk to you for one more minute about why I feel like I should run. Because I done been homeless. I done been ridiculed. I done been poisoned. I done had people try to poison my cigarettes with rat poison, try to give me the COVID. I done had people really do me dirty and smile in my face. But yet I have something that nobody else have that they want of mine, which is I have the magic eyes. And what I mean by that is I can see through people very easily. And that's how every president is. They probably got super more technology like that than me, little old me, but I can see through people. I can care less about the small time people, BS. I care more about the elite people, because when I stare in somebody's eyes or when I see their personality, I base it off of that, not what the media tells me, but what they accomplished, what they are doing positive. And that's what some of the media is trying to put out there. And that's why I'm glad I got ABC behind me now. So, it would have been an honor. And now in my present, I am in between interviewing people until I get adjusted. I met this pretty cool landlord. I hope the guy, he's cool to help me. I want to say he's cool. I see nothing but peace and I see nothing but business and I see nothing but positivity. See, when I look at somebody, see, my downfall is this. When I look at somebody, I see all of the good that they done in the community. I see all of the good that they done to everybody. And I see the good. So I go head first and I go first into this. But at the same time, I have been disappointed. So it's hard for me to trust people. But at the same time, I look at it like this. I look at it two ways in psychology. I can read him through my eyes and he seems like a pretty cool dude. And I can read him through his psychology. His body language says to me, hey, look, I want you to stay here. You know what he told me, you guys, that no other landlord said? He said, welcome home. Those are the things I have on my mind about that situation. And I appreciate him saying that. So, getting back to the point, man, present, I'm in between working, but I have an interview tomorrow. I also have school work to do today, and we're getting late. If I have to call the West Coast for anything or any business, that's 7. It's 7 o'clock. I still got time. Or 6 o'clock over there. If it's 3 o'clock over there, yeah, it's 6 o'clock y'all time on the East Coast. But I plan on doing a lot for the community where I'm at. And I want the community where I'm at to please know that I'm not trying to start nothing. All I want to do is be a positive soul. I don't want no drama. I'm not threatening nobody. I'm not saying nothing. I just don't like drama. I know wherever you go, the saying from the old guys say, oh, I have drama. There's drama, 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 but there's drama wherever you go. But at the same time, I'm not trying to cause nothing. At my last place, what happened was I have records and I have to do a segment about it. And I have to talk about this in order to get it out there that I have recorded plenty of people while in Santa Maria. And it's not good stuff that you, I'm pretty sure by now you probably heard me playing in my room. It's some sick stuff they did to me. And I had to say that part because it's just me and it's all of them against me. And I said the same exact thing. That's why I'm not going to give your city or state a shout out to the proper moment. I want to help from behind the scenes. Because if I tell which city or state I'm in, they're going to call the chamber of that city. They're going to call probably the FBI or 911 or whoever they're going to call, Social Security. You know, like seriously, they're trying to discredit me. And I'm tired of being discredited. That is one thing to be lied on. No, it's not one thing to be lied on. It's one thing to be discredited and lied on. It's one thing to tell the truth about me. I can accept it and walk away. But when you start to discredit somebody because they're moving up and they're trying to run for US Senator and they like Donald Trump, then it becomes an issue with me. Because I don't like being called a liar. I don't like being called any negative name, especially a liar. So that corresponds with some of the present stuff. So like I said, in between housing right now, but I look out for, I'm just being real with my landlord. That's my feelings, but I want you to know that I really care for you and I have nothing but high hopes, you know, like seriously, and I'm not sucking up. I'm just being honest. This is who I am. I'm just an honest being. You know, I don't sit up there and try to sugarcoat nothing to make somebody like me or make them feel comfortable enough to do stuff for me. I keeps it real. I'm 100. I don't, and that's another thing that's Trump is like. He's 100. He doesn't sugarcoat nothing. And so, you know, back to the story. I have 3 minutes or 2.5 minutes. You know, future, I plan on doing a lot for the future. I'm going to speak 2 minutes over because I'm going to edit it to hit exactly at 30 minutes. So my present is to go to school, finish school by July or August. And not only finish school, but get onto ABC, which ABC has agreed to have me on their network in this city, in this state. I cannot wait to represent this city and state soon. Um, and then I plan on for the future, because there's a lot of ABCs, Mike, and there's a lot of Mikes. So I can say big shout out to Mike, and I won't use your last name in the set of ABC for helping me as a producer for very little to minimum price. So thank you. I had to give you a shout out, but I had to say it at the right moment, at the right time. I know he's like, okay, what you wrote and what you said had nothing to do with anything. But I'm speaking from the heart. That's who I am. As long as I'm not doing anything crazy. Like you said, you know, we don't promote craziness. And I feel the same way. So let's see. Future. Future. I plan on in the future getting involved with technology companies, seeing how I can get grants, seeing how I can get things for to include some of my technology ideas and innovative ideas to these technology companies, because this place is nothing but technology. It's beyond, it's one of the 5 cities most technological. I think that Philly and them are neck to neck, but I'm pretty sure they're more advanced. Then comes Philly. Philly is probably like 4th or 5th compared to them being 1st or 2nd. You know, like seriously. And I enjoy being here because there's more opportunities. More opportunities. Their lights are more advanced. Their electric system, their water, their food, everything. How they run their electric, Gavin Newsom need to be thinking about how he running his, because one of the plants are shutting down, but they renewed the lease. I had to say that. If you only knew what this governor has put me through. Thank you.